In today's video, I'm going to be comparing my Fieldpiece S-Man digital gauges, the ones that I've been using for several years, with the new Vivo Home $150 digital manifold set. This thing checks superheat and subcooling just like the Fieldpiece. So we're going to compare this side by side and see if this is worth the money. At $150, this is going to be really hard to beat as the Fieldpiece is quite a bit more expensive. I'm really excited to see the results. So with that, let's jump right into it. All right, so before we hook these up to our unit, I just wanted to show you these up close and personal. So these are low loss fittings, and they're a really cool design. They're a little bit bulkier than a regular hose end like this one. But I've used these many different times. This particular set is a shorty hoses, and I like this set personally. This set has wireless clamps that check for your superheat and your subcooling. We have a nice digital display that has a backlit display as well. As you can see, that lights up. And over here, our Vivo Home, this is our $150 set. This also lights up in green, which is a little bit easier to see, to be honest. It has a really nice toggle up here that shows the most common ones. You can save which one you use the most. It has a star there. So we can go through and you'll see the most common ones here, R32, and you can just toggle through. 410A is what we're gonna be using. So we're gonna cycle this through until we get to 410A on both of these, and there we go. Okay, now on this one, we have wired clamps, which is for a $150 set. I don't expect to get wireless. This is like a $700 set, so we're talking about a $500 price difference. And for the average DIYer, it doesn't matter if you have to plug these in. So we're gonna plug these into the top here. And the beauty about this is it doesn't matter which one you're clamping, they're both the same. So this one, I've actually accidentally put this on the wrong side. So you can see it's set for suction, the other one's set for liquid. But I forgot to look at that once and it threw me through some hoops figuring that one out. But this, you can avoid that because you just hook it up to the low side, clamp it to your low side clamp, and it makes it super easy. Now the other thing is these are for 1/4 inch, so your residential systems are all gonna be 1/4 inch. But for a mini split, they're gonna be a larger diameter. So these are 5/16. And the way that these works, we'll show you in just a minute, but instead of a low loss fitting like this, instead of getting any spurt at all, what we're gonna do is hook this on to our service port, and it doesn't push anything. And of course our hose will be connected here. And then once we start tightening this down, it's going to then push the Schrader core. You can see that end moving. That'll depress it and show you the reading through here. And then when we're done, we simply do that in reverse. We unthread it and it can disconnect and you get 0 refrigerant loss. Really cool thing to include with this kit. And of course, the nice carrying case makes it nice and easy to store if you're not using this on a daily basis. So with that, let's bring these two outside and get them hooked up to our system. All right, guys, so we've got our unit running. It's been running for about probably 20 minutes now. So we're just gonna take our caps off. And while this unit's running, I'm gonna show you what you can expect with our low loss fittings. So we're just gonna make sure that these bottom ones are tight here first. And I'm gonna start with our high side. And all we're gonna do is keep from having our hand over here. We're gonna have it like on the sides like this. So we're gonna get it started. And then once we get going here, we wanna just go all the way through nice and quick. And then once you get it to seat, you want to back it off just a hair. And as you can see, we are registering on our Fieldpiece, 370 PSI. So now let's hook up our low side. And you will get some resistance when you're threading that on the high side because it just has a lot of pressure behind it. Our low side typically doesn't take as much because it's lower pressure. As you can see, when I connect this, didn't even hear anything on that one. So 108 and 370. So let's get our clamps hooked up here on the Fieldpiece. We just turn on this guy. This is for the high side, it says liquid there. So we're gonna clamp it right here. And then same thing for our low side. All right, so this unit's been running for a bit. This is where our pressures are at. So let's just make a note of this on our screen, and then once we connect our Vivo Home, we'll see how accurate it is compared to our Fieldpiece. So right now we've got 11.6 degrees of subcooling, 21 degrees of superheat, 35 degrees saturated on the evap coil, 108 on the liquid line saturated temp, about 109, 110, and 365-ish, give or take. So let's show you how to disconnect these. And now there's a certain method that you can do here. We can disconnect our high side, but it involves kind of bleeding the line. So I'm just gonna show how to disconnect these normally. So we're just gonna unthread these quick. And that's literally all you get. Even though there's 375 PSI, these low loss fittings work really well. Same thing on the low side. Tiny little spurt, hardly anything at all. And we are disconnected from our unit. All right, so next up we have our Vivo Home gauge set. So on our high side, we're gonna take this guy off and we'll show you how easy these are to use. So first of all, we're just gonna make sure that both lines are fully tightened. So we're gonna thread this on. Again, it's not gonna touch the core, so it's not gonna make anything. Just make sure that's snug. Now check this out. As soon as I start tightening this, it's going to start depressing our core, and notice our pressure right here. Look at that. So we're showing about 370 there. Let's do the same thing on our low side. All right, we got that hooked up. We're just gonna tighten our little knob and our pressure will come up. Look at that, 110 and 369. Let's get our clamps hooked up. So we're just gonna make sure we get the right one on the right side here. So this one's gonna be for our high side. I'm gonna clamp it in the same spot here. And then our other side for our low side. All right, we're in Celsius right now, so let's go over this button right here. We'll change, and now we'll be registering our superheat and subcooling. We're gonna give this a minute, and as you can see, our subcooling and superheat are changing as we speak, getting closer to what our Fieldpiece was showing. These clamps were sitting out in the sun, so it's gonna take a minute for them to get an accurate reading here. All right, guys, so we have a minimal difference here. We got 110 and 370, so there's a little bit of difference on our PSI, but really the main thing that we're checking is between our pressures and our temperatures, what our subcooling is. So not much of a difference here. We have 11.5 degrees of subcooling, 21 degrees of superheat. So I'm really impressed with this manifold set. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit different, but that's not to say that this one's accurate, and my Fieldpiece, having been used for several years, is a little bit off on the pressure temperature differential. But that's the beauty of an HVAC system, is it doesn't have to be like super dialed in for the system to work like it should. And so this will get you close enough, get your refrigerant dialed in to where you need it to be. Now on this number, a lot of times when we put a system in, this number could be off by like 10 degrees. We could show -1 degree of subcooling. That indicates that you need to add refrigerant if your line set is longer than 15 degrees. So again, we're just trying to get close with our superheat and subcooling, and this is absolutely going to do that for us. So overall, this was so easy to connect and monitor and see what the system is doing in comparison to a $700 set of gauges. I'm really pleased with the Vivo Home. Now let's show you how easy these are to disconnect. So now in reverse order, we're just going to let the pressure off until this seats, just like that. And then we'll crack it, and that's the spurt. So we basically get the same, if not less, spurt with these systems as we do with the low loss fittings. Now the beauty is you can purchase this by itself for I think about almost $100 just for the manifold and the clamps, and you can get the hoses separate if you want the shorty low loss fittings or a regular length with low loss fittings. So you have options there, and again, all of that can be found on our Amazon store. So same thing here, we're just gonna back this off all the way. And then we'll get a little tiny spurt, and that's it. It is amazing what you can get for such little money these days. Absolutely blows my mind. Well guys, I was absolutely amazed by the Vivo Home digital manifold set. This was very comparable in my opinion to the Fieldpiece in terms of measurements. They were a little bit off, but again, I can't be sure that my Fieldpiece hasn't been calibrated in the several years that I've been using it, so it's entirely possible that the Vivo Home is more accurate because it's brand new. But either way, the difference was very minimal, and I highly recommend the Vivo Home if you're a homeowner or a DIYer and you don't want to spend $600-700 on a Fieldpiece. This one for $150 is money well spent in dialing in your refrigerant levels. Now, while we're on the topic of refrigerant, I want to mention our sponsor for today's video, and that's AbilityRefrigerants.com. A lot of people simply aren't aware that they can have refrigerant shipped directly to their door in small containers like this R22. It's in a 2-pound cylinder. So if you just need to top off your system, this can be an awesome thing and save you a ton of money. Now, you do need to have your EPA certificate. We have separate videos that show how to do that. And all you have to do on Ability Refrigerant's website is check this little box that says you have your EPA certificate, and they will ship it right to your door. So make sure and check them out at AbilityRefrigerants.com. Now, if you were curious about the smart lock fittings that we have on our condenser outside, these are a brazeless joint. It does not have any rubber inside. It's a metal to metal connection, and these are amazing. They can save you a lot of trouble in having to braze or solder or have heat involved, and they can just save you a lot of time. So if you want to check out the full installation video of these smart lock fittings, you can find that video right there. And until next time, you guys be safe. Later.